we tend to think that there is a spotlight on us highlighting all our flaws and mistakes for the world to see. We tend to think that everyone is paying attention to all our details in our lives very keenly, to an extent that they remember the finer details of the last embarrassment that we experienced. Well, the truth is that nobody is giving so much focus to us the way we amplify it in our minds. That is how we think, but that is not how people see it. The truth is that they are also absorbed in their own circles, thinking of how people think about what they are doing or what they are thinking, you know. So today we are talking about the spotlight effect, stories on what the spotlight effect can make us do, the negative things that is, and how we can manage this spotlight effect attack, because it is not something we get rid of completely. It is something that constantly pays a visit, and it is our duty for us to feed our minds with the right information so that we can know how to live with the spotlight effect, so that we can be our true authentic selves amidst all that is happening. Story time. So in these stories we are going to see how the spotlight effect can go beyond making us live fake lives or be afraid to make the necessary moves that we have to make in our lives. When I was a first year student in uni, I was struggling with the spotlight effect. I used to think everyone noticed the types and the color of shoes I wore each and every day, and I thought people were saying behind my back, that is, that I was repeating the same shoes each and every time. So whenever I got money, I wanted to buy, or I bought new shoes, not because I needed to buy new shoes, but because I didn't want people to think that I was repeating the same shoes each and every day. Well, the truth is that nobody really cared, because it came to a point I asked myself, do I remember what so and so wore yesterday? Do I remember the color of their shirt? Do I remember the color of their trousers, the color of their shoes? I realized I didn't remember any of these details, and if I could remember, then maybe for the close people that I was interacting with every day, and I was not even paying attention to that. So it came to me that actually people are not even, like, they don't even care, they don't even notice. My God, how do people even notice your shoes unless they are too shouting? But in real sense, if we really need to do something, this is what I came to realize, we need to do it because we really want to do it, and not do it because we are afraid of what people are going to think. If these are my favorite shoes, I can wear them for as long as I am comfortable wearing them. If those are your favorite shoes, if that is your favorite shirt, wear it. Don't think that people are going to think that you are repeating the same cloth every day. Let them think whatever they think. Whatever makes you happy, do it. Let Allah set your boundaries and choices for you. Number two, another thing that this thing called spotlight effect can make you do is that it can make you be afraid of mending your mistakes. There are times I post things on my WhatsApp status that with time I feel like, no, I should not be posting this because of 1, 2, 3, and then I think to myself, but if I delete this, people are going to think that I'm insecure, or people are going to think 1, 2, 3, so maybe I should just leave it. I have come to realize that what people think doesn't matter. What I feel about the post that I have posted is what really matters. So if I want to mend my relationship with Allah by deleting that post, or if I want to make peace with myself by deleting that post, so be it. Nobody else cares. It is me that matters, my state of happiness. If people are going to think that it is okay for me to post a certain pic while I feel like I'm not okay posting it, why should I make them happy? Why should I not make myself happy by deleting whatever I had posted? Yeah. So mastering and knowing about the spotlight effect really helps us in accepting our flaws and knowing that we all make mistakes, and when we want to rectify our mistakes, it is about us and not about what people think about us. We have talked about the two major things that classify the things that we can do because of this thing called the spotlight effect. One, it can make you do things that you don't need to do, but you do them so that you can please the crowd. Number two, it can stop you from taking the necessary action that can bring peace into your life. Yeah, so let's go into the tips of how we can master and live positively with this thing called spotlight effect that we can not avoid completely, but we just learn to live with it. Tip number 1, people, ask other people. When you feel like there is this thing that you are amplifying the way other people see it, go and ask them. Ask them, do you think this stain is too big? Do you think my hair is too shaggy? Ask them. And you will realize that they don't even notice. Sometimes the spotlight effect makes us so uncomfortable at work or even in school. You put on a shirt that has got a stain and you think everyone sees that stain like a mountain on your shirt, or like, yeah, we just tend to magnify things, but in real sense, when we ask other people, they don't even see it. And we realize that we were worrying about things that we should not even be worrying about in the first place. So yeah, whatever is bothering you, making you uncomfortable at school, at work, ask other people about it, and you will realize that nobody even noticed. Yeah, so tip number 2, switch roles. When you start thinking that embarrassing moment you experienced makes you label yourself as a bad person, or as a cruel person, or as a rude person, or as a whatever person you tend to label yourself, switch roles. See yourself in another person's shoes. Like, be the observer in that situation instead of being the victim. Be the observer. See yourself at a distance doing that mistakes. See yourself in another person doing that mistake. How would you hold the other person? How would you label the other person? Would you amplify your thoughts to negativity as much as you amplify them on yourself? And you'll realize that you are so generous and giving excuses to other people, and you should be doing the same to yourself, darling. Instead of you amplifying your embarrassing moments to an extent that you feel like you can't even go out of your door, or you can't even go to that class because in the previous class the teacher said you were late, and so you think that everyone in that class is just thinking about you. Well, no, everyone is just focused on themselves, and a big percentage just understand your situation. They don't judge you. So move on with your life instead of labeling yourself. Tip number 3, remind yourself that you can restart your life at any time. So if that incident that happened, you feel like it's embarrassing, if that post that you posted doesn't go in line with your values and you want to bring it down regardless of what other people will think. Remind yourself that this is your life. At the end of the day, your happiness is what matters, not other people's opinions. You are what matters. So if you want to restart your life after that incident, you want to be coming early to class, you want to be more efficient in terms of how you work, you want to improve your interactions, you want to fix those places that were actually down, or you want to change some aspects of some of the things you do in your life, feel free to do that. You only need the consent of your creator for that. If your creator is okay with this, go on. Other people's opinions don't matter. What matters is your state of happiness. Yeah. Tip number 4, guys, be your unapologetic self. Don't shrink yourself so that people can have a good opinion of you, or so that people can do 1, 2, 3 for you. Be your unapologetic self. If you choose a certain color to wear, if you like wearing white clothes or black clothes, do that. Do it for you. You don't have to fit into what people think the color of your clothes should be. If you like visiting castles, if you like going to the movies, if you like going to eat ice cream, if you like football and other people don't like that, don't feel embarrassed because of who you are. Yeah? Embrace your true identity. The world needs us to be our true selves. That is what makes us beautiful. That is what makes us stand out. Being common is boring. Being common isn't fun. So there you are. Be your unapologetic self, and don't let the spotlight effect make you shrink yourself so that you can fit into where you're not supposed to fit in. The right people are going to show up, and this world needs you to be your true self. Congratulations for coming to the 5th point. Well, the 5th point is having knowledge about the whole concept of the spotlight effect. Because they say knowledge is power, and once you have the knowledge about something, you know how to handle it, you know how to react when it happens. So here you go. The next time you experience the attack of spotlight effect, your mind is going to remind you about these amazing tips that you have just learned so that you can emerge the winner in the attack. Yeah, that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this with your networks and comment below. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Support a sister. Share the video widely. Let the wisdom go viral. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet next time. Ma'asalam. Bye.